Hello everyone, so today I wanted to make a quick little new guide because there was someone in English chat that asked if they could get a explanation slash guide on female dancer, and as a well, I cannot think of the word. What I want to say is someone who has played female dancer a lot. I can't show you because I don't have badges for her, but let me see if I can show y'all with my battle thingy. I would just say she's right behind Opera right here. Trust me, she was in here. Yeah. But I have played her a while now, as you can see. So I kind of know what I'm talking about. I don't want to, say that I'm like the best female dancer, but the least I could do is like give a small explanation to the people that could use it. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, this is just a practice match. You should not reference to this as a real match. Let me quickly turn off the AI. Yes, okay, so let's get first into the basics. Female dancer has two different types of boxes: a fast box and a slow box, and they are signified by the colors like pink, red, and blue. Like red colors and blue colors. Red ones mean fast, blue ones mean slow. What the red boxes do, it increases the movement speed of everything related to a survivor. So perchance, let me show you what you can do. In general, say we put it over here. This is the wrong box. Give me a moment. What I wanted to say was, if you place a fast box over here, for example, your movement speed is faster. As you can see, I'm moving much faster than I am. Wait, let's show. I'm moving slow here, and when I go in here, my movement is significantly increased. Things that also alter is pallet dropping speed is much faster, and vaulting speed, etc., is much faster, as you can see. That is everything for the fast box. Well, the slow box is different. The slow box only works negatively, but it does so for the hunter. So you could use slow boxes, like for example over here perchance. That way the hunter swings slower, they break pallets slower, they vault slower. Just a lot of hunter interactions become slower. So that is what her kit does. We also have an extra thing built into her kit that is called the Twirl. You can see on my screen this twirl is being signified by the B button on the bottom right. And what it does is you do a slight little twirl like this, and then you have it, and you can do another little twirl, but I'll explain that in just a few seconds. So what the twirl is two instances of a twirl. The first one is always to the right, as you can see. You always come back into a straight line. You just bend to the right and you come back in the straight line from where you started. Like for example, let's just take this as reference. I'm standing right here and I will end in the same straight line, but I will twirl to the right to get there. As you can see, boom, it happens. Something to note is that if you twirl, you can only twirl while you're inside a box. Like you can see, I'm outside the box, I can't twirl. When I'm in the box, I can't twirl. And something else to signify is, the first one is always right, and then you have, I think, 10 seconds, you can twirl again in the box, and that will go to the left side this time. So this is very important to know, that you go right first and go left otherwise. Like you can do some stuff like this. You can twirl through a pallet, for example, or you can twirl, like for example, you're here and the hunter's like, oh no, the hunter's on me, twirl, vaults. That's some stuff you can do, but those need practice to get done properly. So yeah, something else to note is you can hold your boxes, and if you hold your boxes, the range increases on the box. You can see my box is much bigger than if I just tapped it. Let me show you for a reference on the same spot. You can see the rings. If I just tap it, the ring stops here, and if I hold it, it goes here. So it's very good with female dancer to pre-drop your boxes. So that's something to keep in mind. There's something else built into her kit, but I can't show it here. I'll show it to you in another map, and that is her acrobatics. The dancer is a circus race performer, is skilled and graceful. When she falls from a height, she gains 30% increased movement speed for 3 seconds, has a 40-second cooldown. So dancer is really viable on maps like Sacred Heart Hospital, Moonlight River Park, Leo's Memory, that all have locations where you can drop down. So let me now show you some things you can do with the boxes. First of all, you could do this, and this is called just setting up a box. Like for example, this is also just in general a good area to place a box. Let's say, for example, you spawn here in the middle in your match, and you're like, okay, I want to set up my boxes. So what you can do is go to this palette over here on this map specifically. You can hold your box, drop it, and drop this pallet. By dropping this pallet, the hunter has to break the pallet to break your box. So your box stays longer on the ground, because hunters can break your boxes. So the best thing to do mostly is drop pallets, unless you want to pick up your boxes again. Like for example, you place a box next to a cipher that you're decoding, so you want to pick it up again when you finish your cipher. But some good things to do, for example, the hunter comes through this window and you see them breaking this pallet and you're scared of, oh no, are they gonna break the box or not? Good thing to do is just go to the edge and twirl. That way you have a lot of distance from the hunter, and the hunter has to decide, do I give the female dancer distance or do I break the box? So it is a benefit for you either way. That are some things in general that I have to explain. Now I will be talking about some good box placements. Okay, now I want to show you all some box spots that I think are strong in general. I'm not going to be really specific with these locations, just in general. So first of all, the first ones I would like to note is under pallets, like I showed before in the church. You can place boxes in their pallets, and they are very strong. You can pallet stun hunters, you can drop the pallet in advance, so they have to break the pallet to get to the box or not. Second, I would recommend is in open areas, because the thing is, you could place your boxes in kiting areas, but the thing is, like for example here, there are a lot of pallets you can use, so I would not recommend placing like a box here. Not that you can place a box here, it's your preference of what you want to do. What you could also do is, like for example, place a box here. So let's for example think, oh no, the hunter is chasing me, for example, and I just came from here, and I'm like, okay, I gotta drop this pallet to make sure he has to break it. When the hunter breaks it, that is your cue to move, and then you can twirl over here and twirl over here, and you have this box to work with as well. Yeah, just want to let you know, you see that my twirl is still up. Let's just say you only have 2 instances of a twirl in a normal match, and then your twirl goes on a 20-second cooldown. Then, third of all, a third location I could recommend for boxes, and which I like to use a lot, is corners. Let's take this corner for example. This is not really a strong corner, but yeah. You can see if I put it in a corner, the hunter has to think, oh, is it placed here or is it placed here? Either way, the hunter has to go all the way to this annoying corner to break your box. And if you do so, you have the opportunity to transition far away, because, for example, the hunter is behind this wall right here and it's going to break your box. And you're here already because you moved already while the hunter is going to break your box. That way, the hunter has to walk across that wall and still keep following you in that instance. So that is some stuff I wanted to show you. So yeah, you just have to kind of figure out some good box placements in general. But this one I showed over here under this palette is a really strong one that if you play female dancer on Red Church, I would really recommend placing a box under here and dropping the pallet immediately. This pallet is not a pallet you can loop around. You have to drop this one immediately, and it can be used to transition to other areas or disturb the hunter. So let me think, are there any... okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to show you all in general. Now I am probably going to show you some in real life matches of me playing dancer, so you get a in-game perspective of how I play her and my thought process. Okay, this is a real match because I wanted to show y'all how I play dancer. That was accidental, but that that just there was the acrobatics effect coming in because I fell from a higher place. What I like to do most of the time is place my first box under a pallet either way and close to the cipher, so I get the increased decoding speed. Even though it's not a lot, it still helps in those mere seconds at the end, so better do it than don't do it, in my opinion. Also, something I forgot to mention in the beginning while I was explaining some stuff is after you leave your box's vicinity, the effects of your box still stay for 3 seconds. So, like, I could walk away out of the circle and I would still have 3 seconds of everything being fast. This also counts for the slow box, by the way. And another thing I forgot to mention before I started the normal match is you can also use your boxes in a rescue. Like, for example, what I like to do if I'm not sure that I'm going to get a clean rescue out of this is place a slow box in the vicinity of this chair so that the hunter's attack is slower, so I can predict it more properly. Like, for example, against hunters like Opera Singer that have a really fast swing speed that is very hard to counter, I really like to place a slow box. And also a quick little tip I would like to add, if you know you're going against breaking wheels, use your fast boxes. I really like using fast boxes because against breaking wheel it's really strong. So let me see what I can do here. I'm probably not gonna go rescue that. Like, let me show you something real quick. This is another instance of a corner a box. Here, I put it in a corner, which is a really annoying corner, and I can transition to multiple areas if I rotate out of this area, and if the hunter decides to break the box. So I have a lot of different choices I could make here. Okay, but let's look at this match right now. Okay, Composer's on is the last chair, and Priestess is currently kiting, it seems. So, yes. Has she used Blink already? I do not know. And that is something that's really scaring me. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there goes Priestess. True, watch out for teleport. Okay. Does he know for sure she has teleport? Okay, look, I'm gonna have to go rescue now. So I'm gonna try to do it correctly. Ooh. Look, you saw how that box stopped her from doing anything there? How? What? Okay, but that is not my fault there. I thought I looked at her, so yeah, but I think she got an angle off on me there. Okay. She's probably gonna break my box now, but you saw there, right there in the red church, how her swing speed was slower, so she couldn't hit me there. That is a really strong thing that a lot of people forget that can happen. That's why I love to place a slow box on under the pallet, because I think it's really strong. Okay, you have to rescue me now. Okay. I'm gonna twirl. She's gonna break my box. Okay. I looked at her there, so she couldn't do anything there. Oh, she's coming for me. Okay. Okay, I couldn't spin there. I tried to spin her there totally, but you saw there I placed a slow box so I could twirl. You could use your slow boxes in that way. You don't have to be scared to save your boxes because it can be strong to do so. So okay, the hunter is changing targets again. Okay, they're probably gonna get hit through the thingy. Yes. I don't think his match is gonna go well now. So yeah, but you saw what I was trying to tell y'all. You saw what I was trying to tell y'all about how she can be strong and how she can't. Okay, so I think in my personal honest opinion, I think she's a really, really, really strong character. That's what I think. So yeah. Okay, so thank you guys for watching this little guide on Dancer I made. And bye bye for now. If you, by the way, if you want any other guides, let me know in the comments so I can make them. Okay, bye now. Mwah.